So, hey folks, I'm Taj. I will be showing you how to create an n8n automation for property management systems, like for collecting rents, reminding lease expiration, and also for maintenance tickets and all. So, we'll be creating an n8n automation step by step. So, let's get started. We will start by coming to Gemini, and we're gonna create a business requirement documentation of what we are actually building. So, context, I want to create a BRD for this requirement property management, okay, which does the rent collection, lease renewal reminders, and maintenance triage. So, task 1 will be, the task will be create a BRD for the same. Create a BRD. So let's give this prompt to Gemini. Let's wait for the response. So as you can see here, we are trying to automate these three things: rent collection, lease renewal, and maintenance. So let's see what it has given. Automate property management system version 1. Okay, executive summary. The objective of this project is to develop a property management system focused on automating recurring revenue operation and maintenance triage. The system will reduce administrative overhead by automating rent invoicing, enforcing late fee policies, managing lease renewal, and streamlining maintenance intake. Perfect. So these three out of the scope are property listing and marketing syndicate. No, we don't need that anyways. Rent collection, recurring revenue. So invoice generation. A system must generate a monthly invoice for each active lease 5 days prior to the due date. Invoice generation. Okay. Active lease. Okay. Fine. Payment gateway. Invoice must contain a direct link for payment. Grace period. System must recognize a grace period ending with. Okay. And late fee automation. If status is unpaid on 6th of month, the system must automatically append a late fee line item to the invoice. And the late fee notification and all. Same, let's see the lease renewal automation. What all features it has selected. Lease tracking, 90 days trigger, renewal email, response capture, admin alert. Fine. And maintenance triage, intake form, data fields, urgency flag, tenants can flag issue as emergency or standard, triggers immediate SMS to the admin. This is really good. And ticket status, admin must be able to change status received, in progress, and result. Oh, this is all fine. So we're gonna build this automation. We got this. Would you like me to create a technical design document, detail the database schema, API? We don't need that. We just need this PRD. So we're gonna take this PRD, go to Google Anti-Gravity and prompt there this PRD that we want to create an n8n automation using n8n MCP server. Okay. So step number 2. Now that we are in Google Anti-Gravity, okay. Step number 2, you have to come to Google Anti-Gravity or whatever the ID you are using, Cursor, Copilot, or whatever. So I will just paste my ID over here. Property management.md. So I just pasted my requirement over here. Just clear all these things. So we're gonna prompt it. Okay, fine. So we're gonna prompt here context we are creating an n8n automation using n8n automation for property management. So we're going to tag that property management document over here. Property, yes, we're going to tag this document. We're going to give the task. So task number 1 will be go through the, first of all I will show you one system prompt which I will be using this to create an n8n automation. So if you can see the system prompt, I just crafted this. So basically this prompt contains all the details on how Cursor, Copilot or Anti-Gravity can use n8n documentation to go through the n8n documentation first, understand it, and then create an n8n workflow automatically without we drag and dropping the nodes and all. Okay, so I'm gonna give this prompt. This is a basic prompt. We are just telling go through all the documentations, clearly understand the requirement, and then start building the workflow. So I'm gonna tag this over here, system prompt 100% accuracy. Then as per the requirement, create an n8n automation. So we'll give the goal also to create an n8n automation without errors. So why are we like explicitly mentioning these many things? Like if you prompt in this way, the AI will like most likely it will not hallucinate. Okay, it will follow your instructions properly. So that's why we are prompting in this way. This is an OpenAI standard prompting where you will give the context to the AI, task what it needs to do, then goal what you're looking at, what at the end it needs to output. Okay, so we're gonna give this is enough. So let's see what it will output at the end. So yes, we got the response and the moment of truth. Property management automation walkthrough. Let's see what all it has created. So rent collection module. So let's start by this. So what it is doing here, automated monthly invoice generation and delivery. So first it is there is an invoice trigger. Okay, this automation is going to run monthly. Flow has started, it gets the active tenants. Perfect. And then it generates individual invoices, creates a payment. Not able to see what exactly it is written over here. Anyways, then once the invoice is ready, it will send the HTML template to them. I think with a payment button. Yes. So this is the first, and the second one, late fee processing module. So let's see what all it has created over here. So late fee has triggered midnight. Flow has started. It gets the unpaid invoices. Then checks the balance if node valid for late. If it is late, then apply late fee. Add $50 flat. Okay, the late fee. Oh, okay, if the tenant fails to pay on time, there will be a late fee charge on them automatically. Then calculate a new payment, update the invoice, then send the notification. Perfect. Now let's see the third one, lease management module. So automate lease renewal reminders at 90 and 60 days mark. So people will take property for lease for like say 6 months, 1 year. So this automation will send them a reminder at 90 days and 60 days mark. So the flow has started, it gets the active lease, then calculates the dates, Based on 60 days or 90 days, it sends the email to them. So renew button and move out of the lease agreement button. Then first it will send the 90 days one, then it will send the 60 days one as a follow up if 90 days is not responded. Then the last one is maintenance triage module. Here we can see smart or routing of maintenance request by urgency level. So if a tenant submits a form, then automation gets triggered. It extracts the data. Okay. Then it will check the urgency if it is an emergency or a standard request from the tenant. So based on that, it will route to the specific node, emergency node and standard node. If it is an emergency, a direct call will go, and if it is a standard, it will be added to some list, I guess. Then the ticket is created. Perfect, and these details are sent to the admin. So let's import this n8n automation inside n8n UI. Where is the automation? So basically it has created one .ts file. Yes, so once we run this JSON file will get created. So let me import this into my n8n. Before that, I need to start my Docker. Let me start my Docker. If you don't know what is this, so basically with the help of the Docker, you can run n8n in your local for free. So my Docker is open. We will continue once this is started. So my Docker has started. Let me open the n8n, my local n8n. It is taking time to load. So here we are in my n8n. Let's create a new workflow and let's paste this JSON over there to see what got created. Oh, perfect. Let's beautify this a little bit. So there are four workflows, right? And all four got created. So let's start with the first one. This one is a rent collector. So I need to create a Google Sheet for this. Tenants. Let me create a Google Sheet where we will be having a list of our tenants. Before that, let's see what all columns are expected. Is that detail given over here or not? Yes, that detail is given over here. Lead. I thought I just saw 6 nodes, 5 nodes, 3 nodes, 4 nodes. Maintenance module. Create the spreadsheet structure. Okay, fine. We will just go ahead with creating over here. Create a tenants list in sheets. So it will give me some sheet with random names. We will use that. So the second workflow will be triggered when the fee is late. So I need to see this false. Where does this false is supposed to go? For me, almost everything looks good. I need to set up these credentials too. Oh shit, what did I just do? So let me open Perplexity and create a tenants list in sheets. So let me create one over here, a sample sheet. There is no reason to use Perplexity. Okay, you can use ChatGPT also. I just need the output quick, so I just did it over here. So we got the list. We're gonna export it. Is it downloaded? Yes. We're gonna open that. Once this list is opened, this is open. So the sheet is tenant and payment history. Wow. Let's go. We're gonna use same sheet for both. So let's come here, get active tenants. Let's choose the tenants list sheet and let's choose tenants. Perfect. Let's once trigger this. Now let's trigger this second node. Did it got? Yes, it got 6 items. So it got all the tenants. So now we're gonna map that. Let's see all the things are mapped properly or not. So json.email, json.name, everything looks good. You just need to add a body tag over here because things are inside the body. Oh, it didn't? Fine. Name we will change it to, we'll just map this to full name. Okay, like this. And we're gonna map this to email. Like this. And a unit number. Unit number, fine. We will map it. And a rent amount. Monthly rent. So now we're gonna execute this step and see. Yes, the data got pulled. Send invoice. So we need to set up the credentials over here to send the email. So I'm going to set auth over here. So I'm going to show you exactly how. Service account is also there. So we're gonna do this. So for that, let's just go to GCP, Google Cloud Platform. Then we need to go to services and select open the API services over there. Let me set this up and we can continue from there. So let me set this up first. So we are done with the connection. So let's execute this step. Let's see what it responds. Okay, sent 0, fine. As these emails are anyways not valid. invoice send subject. Okay, we need to add this unit number properly over here. Let's execute it again. I think I need to change the data. I need to add my actual email addresses over here so that we can properly know whether. Let me add my emails over here. And 719, we will add this one, and we will add okay, let's keep only 2 as of now. Fine. Let's execute the workflow again. Two emails, workflow successful. So still the send is 0. Let me check my mail. Is it actually not able to send, or is just, oh, it sent, right? You can see I got the mail. Invoice for December. So this is how. So from here, if I click on pay now, it will, if we put in a proper example, this is an example link, but if we give an proper payment link, we will get it. Amount $15,000, which is actually very, very high. Anyways, we got the email. So this automation is working, and this automation will trigger every 30 days so that the mail gets sent to the tenants automatically. So now let's see the late fee automation. Let's go here. Again, we will select tenant list, and we will see lease started, lease ended. I think we need to create a payment history. Okay, the payment history is there over here. I think we need to create a one more sheet which contains who all or who has not paid. Let me go to the sheet over here. Let me copy this property address, unit number. Till here we will keep the same, keep it as same, and then we will add it here, paid. Then keep it as no. So these two people has not paid the rents. So now we will select that sheet 3, sheet 1. Let's execute this step. What we got some we got this two people's list. I think now we need to check the late fee due date. JSON.balance due date. So instead of this, what we're gonna do, we're gonna see paid. If the paid is set as no, or else we can set the boolean is false. So we're gonna go to sheets over here, we're gonna make it as false. Okay, So let's come back to this. If it is false, then it should go to the apply late fee node. The problem running offer, there was problem running offer has been executed, not something is wrong over here. I need to see what's wrong over here. It has executed, right? So let's hit this one. So it got the details from the sheet. So now it will check if they are paid or not. These two people are not paid. So it came till here. Now we will execute this one. Tenant ID. So we will put the ID over here. Tenant name, full name. So we are doing a lot of this manual thing. Why? Because we made a small mistake. While writing the prompt itself, we should have mentioned what Google, like what are how the sheet should look like, so that it will create the automation in such a way that it will support all these things. We don't need to manually do that because we have missed that one. We are now manually adding all these things because original amount. Okay, we don't have the original amount. We need to add the original amount column also over there. So let's add original amount 15,000 and let's execute from the start again. Execute. Execute. So here we go, we will pull this original amount and the original amount plus $50 fee for late payment. To fix the error, try to change the type for the field new total or active options. So the new total is there over here. Conversion to apply less strict type validation. What's wrong? So balance due is the original amount. Yep, $15,050. So let's go over here, execute the previous node. So now we need to add this in a new sheet, tenants list. What we're gonna do over here, we go back to the sheets, we will create a new sheets, late payment list. Okay, now we're gonna come over here, we're gonna search this late payment list. What we're gonna do is map automatically, then execute this step. So we got one error, could not retrieve the column names from row number 1. Oh, values to update. This should work, for some reason it's not working. Columns on to match. The column to use when matching row in Google Sheet to input item, the node ID usually. So we don't need any column. Okay, update row. This is the problem. Append row is what we need to do. So this will be added over here, late fee and the new total. So now let's go to the email. Let's execute this step. Unable to without access token. Okay, let's do this again. So we might got the mail. Here we go. Late fee here in the mail. This is not properly mapped, so we're gonna map that one. JSON.tenants email. This is what we need to map. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring this over here like this, and now we're gonna execute the step again. So let's see, where is my mail? Where is my mail? Okay, it's over here. So yeah, we got the late fee notice. So the second automation is also now working. Let's go back to n8n. Now let's do check the third one, lease check trigger. In this we need to check the lease, whether they are like about to get expired. Are they like we need to submit the list of tenants who has taken the property on lease. So we'll ask Perplexity once again, or else we're gonna use the same thing, but let's just add it in a new sheets. Let's just take this, let's just add a new sheet. So we have the lease start date, lease end date also. So we can remove this monthly rent. Let's go over here, get active lease. So lease, and let's execute this step first. So we got the details. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the ID over here, tenant's ID, tenant's name. We're gonna pull the email and the end date. Perfect. Let's execute this step. Date until expires a number, but we got n. Okay, somewhere we need to so date until expire, let's replace it with lease end date. Now, and also date here also we need to replace it. Lease end date is there over here, we're gonna replace it with this. And lease end date over here also we're gonna replace with this. Let's execute this. Yep. So 90-day mark is false, 60-day mark is also false.
Yeah, hi sir. Regarding the
2026, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the dates over here to test for the testing purpose. We're gonna make it
we already did
2025, and we also gonna make this 2026, but January, or else we're gonna make it February. February. February.
Yeah.
Okay. So this we need to bring the data from the start.
And
Let's
regarding
trigger
the
this node again.
yeah, you can move.
Now let's trigger this.
One year
So we got the
expiry
latest
level, I
data.
think, sir. I will recheck
This
that.
is date until expire. Okay, 64. And why this is 337 days late? Fine, not an issue.
Yeah,
We're gonna
last time when
reduce this to
they
one more month.
updated this, they said they will be sending email before it expires.
2026. We're gonna keep this month 1, and we also gonna keep this month 1. So let's bring the data again back from here.
Okay.
33 days is okay. Fine, let's move forward. Is 90-day check mark? It is false, right? Expecting a boolean. We're gonna pull this, we're gonna add this over here, and we're gonna execute this. So yes, it is false, so this mail is not going to be sent. And now let's execute this, and this mail is also not going to be sent. So there is some issue in the calculation part over here. It needs to mark this is 90 days and is 60 days as true. So is 90 days, what it is doing, lease end date minus new date by so let's go over here to this node. As per this, what is today's date? Today's date is 16th, correct? 2025. So lease end date is over here 2026 January. Then we are very close, right? This should be working. Execute step. Let's execute this. Let's get to the third one, lease checker trigger. Okay, so what this will do, it will check whether the lease is going to expired. Is it a 90 days,
Yeah, this is the
90
thing.
days are
This
left or
is
60 days are left? Based on
here
that,
you can see
it
right.
will
We
send
have
the
one agent here.
email to the tenant. So
We can have
let's
multiple modes
configure
like
tenant
Linux
list.
config mode or like particular dedicated
Okay, this is the list. We're
modes
gonna
where you
provide it to
yeah,
that.
if you click on generate agent instruction here, usually that
So
it will
sheet name
randomly
is
create one agent
lease.
instruction, but we can
Okay,
modify this one.
here we have lease end dates.
Particular repo specific
So this
name
one has
for
somewhere
agent name.
around
When we go to
from the
export
today's
and
date, how many days?
tell in our
Some 113 days. And this one
normal
has
language that we need this
some
files, it will auto generate
more than
everything
that.
and it will work on that
Let's see.
and
Let's execute
it
it.
will do the validation as per the instruction.
So the data is here. Let's execute this node too. So 113 days and 77 days.
Yeah,
So for
repeat the
this one,
instruction, all the
we don't
files
need to send any mail.
auto changes.
But for this one, we need to send a mail, a 90 days mail. So the two items are
Yeah,
here.
I
Let's
tried
see there.
couple of
The 90 days one,
CMAP
yes,
migration
the
for
mail
PHP.
is
I
about
tried
to be
for
sent.
using Linux
Let's
in
see.
the right way. That will
Yes, the mail is
also be
sent.
helping us also.
But for the 60 days,
Yeah,
mail will not go because
and did not go.
none of these two dates are going below 60. So the tenant has 60 more than 60 days. That's why we didn't send this mail. This mail is a follow-up mail. Once the 90 days mail is sent, the 60 days mail will be sent in the next trigger. Okay. So this thing will get trigger every 30 days. So every 1 month, this automation will get start. It will check the list of people who are in lease. So check their due date. Is it below 90 or below 60? If it is below 90, the
It will
first
be
reminder is
day
sent.
work. Then
If it
we
is
have,
below 60, second reminder is sent with the options.
but currently we are not, I am not sure how we can
Let's
continuously
see the
send
last
this
one.
right?
This one is a maintenance
Here
automation
also we
where
have
a
like batch specific
tenants will
reports.
what they will do is
We
if
have
they have some problem
we
with
don't have any
their taps,
instructions or
okay,
prompts
they need to call the
available
plumber. So
to
they will
each tenant.
submit the form in your portal, so that will trigger this automation based on the urgency of that request. If the tap is completely broken and water is continuously coming out, okay, water is flowing out, then that is an emergency, right? So if the tenant selects emergency, this flow will go through this send emergency SMS, and it will send the SMS, or else let's see for the SMS what credentials we require. Username and password, send SMS. Twilio, we need Twilio to send the SMS.
Yeah,
So we'll just
I
open Twilio.
I have I did for CNAP migration. If I think so
Let's
that
get click on
the
started.
n8n I don't have
So
that.
Twilio, what it will do is it will just send the SMS to the plumber. Or else if it is a normal request, like okay, tap is broken, or tap is like not opening or something, or else let's suppose say the filter is not working, water filter is not working. These are like standard, these are not like emergency requests, so it will go through the mail like normal. Mail will be sent to the admin or some the vendor and all. But if there is an emergency, the direct SMS will be sent to the phone number of the vendor. Or else we can replace this with a direct call. A direct call will be initiated to the plumber. We can add a voice agent. So as of now we will
So currently
move with
these are the new sites,
just an SMS.
AHD1 properties, like new OpenStack sites I have added. So there were so many differences. Like I have to create
Let me add my number
new
and come back.
so we are only taking no
So
property
let's
service
go,
or
let's log in.
tenant service. And here in the YAML also, the properties also we are adding few like proxy, disable proxy endpoints.
So I'll click on continue with trial.
Whenever we have, it will create .github file and it will have that prompt
So it has given me
to review
$11.
from start node.
Fine, that's enough.
It will give our custom names.
Let me just
By that,
see where is the API
automatically
key of
execute
this
some month loans.
notification. SMS notification. Yeah, we have the auth token over here.
Yeah, it will
Assign a trail
it
number.
will just have one .github file and it will create this. Maybe maybe I can work on like dedicated.
So let's have a look at this last final automation, which is the maintenance one. So here I will be selecting a sheet, create a ticket. I need to select a new sheet over here. Same tenants list, but this time the sheets will be ticket. let's do it manually, automatically. Okay, now let's execute this workflow. Before that, we need to submit a form. For that, we will be submitting a payload. So let's see, do we have any payload to submit? So we have a payloads over here. I just prompted and asked give me some payloads to test this. So we're gonna use Postman for this. Let me open the Postman and just let me open a new body. Let's add the body. Let's move it to post, and from our n8n automation we will copy this test URL. Now let's go back to n8n, execute workflow. Now hit the payload. In the payload we have tenant full name, unit number, category, a list of things. Basically it went to fallback. Now we will properly hit this way with this payload, which has a proper details, names, unit number, etc. So let's see. As per the expectation, it should go through the emergency category and ticket should be created as well as SMS should be sent. Send. Let's see. Yes, SMS is about to get sent. SMS didn't send. Invalid to phone number. Okay, we need to add the phone number which
Yeah,
we
sorry.
added over here.
I didn't remember. What? Who is checking currently in this system?
So we need to add the Twilio phone number over here.
Mm.
But you basically understand, if I can't add a real number over here as of now, but if we give the number, it will send the SMS and create the ticket. So now let it make it a standard.
The
Let me make this
retry
as
working
standard,
now.
and or else let me pick this standard payload and again hit the n8n automation.
Yeah.
So what happened over here? Send standard notification. We will select the
In
Google,
core, we have seen
execute step.
before.
Yep, the mail has been sent.
Yep, yep.
Now the ticket should also be created. Ticket is not created. Why? Let's see the reason. Sheet with ID ticket not found. I think append rows. You just need to add it as append. Okay, append rows. Ticket ID not found. Tickets. So we need to go here. Create a new sheet. ETS tickets. Okay. Let's execute this again. TICK ETS.
Both went.
TICK ETS. Yes, it is there over here. For some reason, it is not able to pick this. Let me change it.
Hmm. Not sure, but like it is across all our team and service account. Same thing with respect to our service account. Hmm.
Tickets, and let's execute now to see.
Like I'm not joining it, but from the console
Yes,
log,
I think it's now
it
created.
is able
Node
to get
success.
true
Okay.
success while connecting to this destination server. Maybe I we
Node executed successfully. It is showing that
okay.
node is executed successfully. Let's
Did we
come and
find
check over here.
anything
Yes,
in
ticket has been created. And let's see the response. It will not come now. Okay, now Let's execute it again completely. Yes. So maintenance request received successfully, as you can see here, and ticket
But
got created.
uh, like products
Perfect. This is how
we triage
we can create an
it
automation
has
system for
similar
property
issue
management
also.
using n8n.
By any chance, if you can check
So hope you
something
like this.